Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want to share with you my writing process and news of what I'm working on right now. But before we get into that, you might want to just click on the subscribe button and also the little bell that will notify you of new videos, which will usually be the first Wednesday of the month. Okay. So, now I'm going to share some insights into my writing process and tell you a bit more about what I'm working on at the moment. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about a really awesome competition where you can get involved in my new book and win a really great prize. So be sure to watch to the end because I'll tell you about that then. So, writers tend to be either planners or what they call pantsters. I think the term pantster comes from fly by the seat of your pants and just stop writing and keep going until you get to the end without any planning. That's not me. I like to plan. And the reason that I like to plan is because I know from experience that when I don't plan, I end up just not finishing a book. I mean, on my laptop right now, I've got so many unfinished books. One I think got to about 80% done. And I didn't know how to end it. I didn't know where it was going. So there's loads of books like that. So I know that if I don't plan a book, then it just doesn't get written. And the one I'm working on at the moment that I'm going to tell you about in a minute is it's the first book in a new series. So this series is going to be standalone books set in the same world, but they really do need to be read in order. So I don't know, how can they be standalone and read in order? I think you'll understand a bit more once I can tell you a bit more about them. But basically, I'm probably planning 4 initially, but maybe up to 10. So I need to make sure that that the elements are there so that another book can be written and another book can be written and they can all tie in together. I think for a series, I think it would be very difficult to not plan. So, but I like planning anyway. I mean, I'm a real planner. I love writing lists and I've always got loads of projects on and planning. So that tends to cross over to when I'm writing a book. So what I'm working on now is a book called Hope Floats. And as I said, this is the first in a new series. And it's going to be called the Somerville Marina series. And all of the stories will be set on the British waterways. The canals and the rivers that all crisscross and interconnect all over Britain. And so they will be based at the marina, which is fictional, but based on places that I know. I've had quite a lot of time spent on canal boats and holidays on boats, and it's a world that I really love and know a lot about, and I've wanted to write a story set in that world for some time. And then I had the idea for Hope Floats and thought, well, this could really be a whole series. So that's where I'm going to go with that. You'll be hearing more about this in the coming weeks because I really am only at the very beginning of writing this book. I've done some planning. Well, I say I've done some planning. I know the entire structure of the whole book, but there's still a lot to fill out. I know what's going to happen. I know a bit about the main characters. They will start to show themselves as I start to write, because even though I plan, and a lot of authors I think work like this, I don't know everything until I start writing, and sometimes a plan needs to be adapted. I know that's happened in previous books, that the ending was going to be completely different, or I had an idea that a character was going to behave in a certain way and then it just wouldn't have fitted with them. So characters do tell you what they want to do. They do become like real people. So what I know so far is that there is a woman who inherits a boat, and I don't want to give too much away, but she also kind of gets lumbered with a man who is very handsome, quite difficult, I would say that this new book will fall into the enemies to lovers genre, which I've wanted to write a story like that for quite a long time. I did a little bit of that in Cupid's Way, where by circumstances Evie was pitched against Michael. Is his name Michael? It's funny how you forget your own characters' names. Who was the CEO of the company that was going to knock down Cupid's Way. So they'd already met. The interesting thing about Cupid's Way was that they met at the very beginning, they really had a connection, and then they go on to find out that there are opposite sides of this massive big issue, which is obviously a huge barrier to them getting together. This book, Hope Floats, will be completely different in that when the two main characters first meet, they really don't like each other at all, and then they are stuck on a boat. And how does that pan out? Well, it'd be interesting to see. It is a romance, so with romances, you're guaranteed a happy ending. The interesting thing, the exciting thing for the reader should be finding out how they're going to get there. If a romance didn't have a happy ending, then it wouldn't be a romance, it would be a different kind of book, and look, those books are fine, but it would be more women's fiction, maybe kind of issues based, but not a romance. So that's pretty much it for now. Want to talk now about the competition that I'm going to be sharing with you on Facebook and on Instagram next week. I think that's going to go out Tuesday or Wednesday next week, so look out for that. But what you're going to be asked to do, I'm really excited because I've never done this before, is I'm going to ask people to name one of my characters. So the character is going to be someone who will appear in every book in the whole series. So it's a woman, is a very integral part of the whole series, so really, really important. I've got a picture of her, but I don't know much about her at the moment. I know her role, and I've got an idea of what she looks like, but I haven't got her name. That's where you come in. And I need kind of some character traits. I need something about her that will make her really interesting. So what I thought I'd do is I'll ask my readers and people who follow me on Instagram and Facebook to look at the picture, give her a name, come up with a couple of character traits, and then I'll choose one. I mean, it may be random, or it may be that I suddenly look at it and think, oh yeah, that's who it is, that's the one. That reader will win a lifetime supply of free books in that series. So what that means is every time I release a book in the Somerville Marina series, the person who wins this competition will get a copy of that for free, both an ebook and a paperback copy. So it's quite a good prize, just for engaging, coming up with a name, having a bit of fun, maybe sharing it with some of your friends, people who might be interested in this kind of book. And so that's what's going to happen this month. I'm really excited to see what people come up with. So I'll leave it there. Look out for another video next month, and I'm also going to go live on Facebook this month. You'll find out news about that as well. Okay then, so bye for now.